Do you ever feel like you're not making progress? Like you're working so hard and you're giving so much time and energy and effort and you're just not seeing the reward? That's what I want us to talk about today. I want to offer you a reminder that small still counts. Your efforts, your energy, your presence, even when you don't feel like you're 100%, when you still show up and keep your word, those habits compound. And so today I want to offer you encouragement. I want to offer you some journal and reflection prompts, and I want to offer you a fresh perspective that you are doing great work and you are a lot further than you think. So let's dive in. Are you too busy to prep healthy meals? Do you feel self-conscious about your body and your clothes not fitting right, but you don't have time to work out? Does your life feel unorganized and messy? Do you wish you had routines and habits that made health simple, even with your busy schedule? I know, I've been there. Hi, I'm Shannon Marquita, and no one ever really taught me how to eat healthy. I didn't know anything about nutrition, so I found myself eating whatever was easy, which definitely impacted my energy, weight, and focus. That's why I created this podcast, to show you that through healthy habits and time management, you can know you're doing health right. So stop scrolling social, clicking the ads, and buying all the things. Let's grab our Americano and pop in our AirPods. It's time to solve the real problem together. Welcome home. A fresh start awaits. The reality is that most of us overestimate what we can accomplish in a certain amount of time, and we underestimate how long something will take. Today, I want us to talk about the reminder that small still counts. Your continued efforts compound over time. So when you pause and you think, gosh, I feel like I'm doing all the things all the time, why have I not achieved my goal yet? Or why have I not accomplished this or that? And the reality is, probably just enough time hasn't passed. It's not that you're being inconsistent, it's that you're being impatient. And what I want you to realize is that you are further than you think. Whatever your goal is, you need to remember where you started, and you need to be realistic with where you are now and where you're going. The small habits, the consistency, they are essential. Small doesn't mean insignificant, it means sustainable. You have to keep showing up in small ways. You have to be consistent. You also have to be patient. A lot of us quit before we reach the goal because we think, what's the point? Or it's not working, when really you are so close. You just became impatient. Rest when you need. Begin again without shame. And remember that your tiny efforts matter. They compound over time, and you are worth showing up for. So don't become impatient. Don't lose sight of the goal, and don't give up. Stay the course. Trust the process. You will get there, and you are way further than you realize. A lot of times we forget to pause and look back, and so we forget how far we've come. And also what's really common is along the way, we move the bar because we keep elevating. We keep getting better and doing better. And so we keep increasing the goal. And so it feels further away when really we are doing such good work. We are making such incredible progress. We are just in the thick of it. And so we forget. We become mono-focused that we lose the helicopter view of the big picture. So trust what you're doing. Trust how you're showing up. Trust the small habits that might occasionally seem frustrating or insignificant, but over time, your consistency is proving their worth and their effectiveness. I'm not here to tell you that it's always easy and don't get frustrated. Trust me, I have been in seasons where literally what I was telling all of my friends is I feel like I'm in a wandering in the wilderness period where I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. I'm not sure if I'm on the right track, but I just kept going. I knew what I should be doing. I knew the right choices and efforts. And even if I didn't understand the season or the process, I was focused on learning the lessons and continuing to show up. And eventually it made sense. But had I given up, Had I thrown in the towel and said, see, none of this is worth it or makes any sense, I'd still be back there because I wouldn't know where I'm supposed to be and I wouldn't have made any progress. But instead, I chose to keep doing the small things, the small efforts, the choices that made no sense and seemed insignificant. And then over time, it all came together. And that's what I want for you. In the quiet moments, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when all of it doesn't make sense, keep going and remember that this is your journey and your path. And to you, you know where you are meant to be and what you're working towards. So keep showing up for the goals that you have and the vision that you have on your heart. Some reflection prompts that I want to offer you are, where am I expecting too much too fast? Just like we started this episode, we often overestimate what we can accomplish and underestimate the amount of time it can take. So what does that look like for you right now? What small habit is quietly helping you the most this week? What small habit do you want to make sure no matter what you keep doing and showing up for? Because it is going to continue to propel you and to grow you and to get you closer to where you want to be. What does consistency look like in your real life right now? Does it look like a certain wake-up time? Does it look like a certain time block schedule? Does it look like certain efforts or practices? Does it look like tracking to make sure that you can see the efforts and the consistency and your commitment? How can you make showing up for yourself feel easier? The truth is sometimes it just feels really hard and overwhelming and complicated. And I'm not going to lie and say that's never the case. So how can you simplify things for you? How can you streamline things? How can you invite people in for support? How can you schedule in rest? Burnout is not the goal. Working all the time is not the goal. Healthy, happy, productive, paying it forward, being a blessing to others, being present, those are the goals. So how can you make showing up for yourself feel easier? Because this is your life and these goals are yours. So if you constantly feel like you're running up against a wall and that you're not on the right track and you don't want to show up, but this is still your vision and your goals that you set, what's standing in the way? What's creating that blockage or that frustration for you? How can we simplify it? Only you know these answers, but sitting down and journaling and reflecting and just thinking about them is going to help you work through these pieces. And talking with somebody as well is going to be such a blessing because sometimes we get so used to having the same dialogue and being in our own head, that fresh perspective, it's such a blessing. I always want to remind you that one-on-one coaching is here for you. So if you feel like you're running into a roadblock or you're just not sure what you should be doing right now and how things should look together, we can set up a healthier system and flow so that you see your progress and you make sure that you are doing what's right for you to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. And if you are just feeling that complete burnout because you feel like you're continuing to show up constantly and maybe even overly showing up than you should, don't forget that my Energy Boost Guide is always here for you. It offers a ton of healthy supplements that are clean and available to you, different 5-minute resets with guided prompts where I walk you through how to take a deep breath and just reset throughout the day so that you can continue to show up as your best self amidst some tiresome frustration pieces. So you can reach me on any platform, shoot me an email, just type in the word boost and I'll know exactly what you mean. But I just want to see you full of energy, rejuvenated, chasing, and constantly working towards your goals so that you can be living a full, healthy, happy, present life with increased confidence and decreased stress. So please remember that small still counts. And you are showing up doing good work, even if it doesn't always seem like it. I hope you're having a good week, and I will talk to you soon. If this podcast helped, challenged, or inspired you in some way, I would love it if you'd do me a huge favor and leave me a review over on Apple Podcasts. It helps me to hear from you and know how this is best serving you. And go ahead and screenshot this and share it in your stories. Tag me at Shannon Marquita. That's ShannonMarqueta. And send it over to a friend in a text who is ready for healthy changes in her life too. Let her know that this episode might serve her as well. I am just so grateful for you and would love to hear from you. Come hang out and let's connect over in my Facebook group, bit.ly.com/afreshstart, or send me a message. I look forward to seeing you back here in a few days.